The country depicted in the script encounters intense difficulties, particularly extreme poverty and significant food scarcity. For many inhabitants, affording even a single meal per day poses a considerable challenge. Despite these harsh conditions, the population showcases remarkable resilience by devising inventive and distinct methods to survive amidst such scarcity. The extreme poverty prevalent in this country means that a substantial portion of its people grapple with severe economic constraints, making access to basic necessities, especially food, a daily struggle. This situation creates a challenging environment where securing enough food becomes a constant concern for a significant segment of the population. However, despite these dire circumstances, the people of this country demonstrate remarkable perseverance. They adapt to their challenging reality by employing innovative survival strategies. Some might engage in unconventional livelihoods or turn to alternative means of sustenance beyond traditional methods. For instance, as mentioned in the script, some resort to selling stimulants in the streets to combat hunger, showcasing their resilience and determination to navigate through these hardships in any way possible. This resilience and adaptability reflect the strength and tenacity of the human spirit, where even in the face of extreme adversities like poverty and food scarcity, individuals find ways to survive and sustain themselves. In the country described, the Dinka tribe wields considerable influence and holds a dominant position in the political and social landscape. This tribal group's elevated status contributes to existing power imbalances within the nation. As a result, there are conflicts and tensions with other ethnic groups and tribes that do not hold the same level of power or authority. The dominance of the Dinka tribe creates a situation where other tribes might feel marginalized or excluded from significant decision-making processes. This power dynamic often leads to friction and conflicts between different tribal groups, vying for influence, resources, and representation within the country's governance and social structure. Moreover, the absence of adequate waste disposal systems in specific regions aggravates living conditions, particularly in terms of hygiene. Without proper waste management infrastructure, waste accumulates, leading to unhygienic environments. This lack of sanitation can contribute to health issues and the spread of diseases among the population, further exacerbating the challenges faced by communities already grappling with economic hardships and other difficulties. The combination of power imbalances stemming from tribal dynamics and inadequate waste disposal systems underscores the complexities and challenges within the country, affecting both social harmony and public health. The country described in the script achieved independence in 2011 following a prolonged civil war. This conflict, marked by internal struggles and disputes, eventually culminated in the country breaking away from its former governing entity to establish its sovereignty. Salva Kiir Mayardit, the current president of the country, has an intriguing and enigmatic background. Before assuming leadership, he led a clandestine existence for 2 decades, approximately 20 years, within the African bush. This prolonged period of living in secrecy denotes a mysterious aspect of his life, shrouded in limited public knowledge and information. During those secretive years, details about his personal life, experiences, or the circumstances surrounding his activities remained largely unknown to the public. This secretive phase of his life before ascending to the presidency contributes to the mystique and curiosity surrounding President Salva Kiir Mayardit's past and character. His ascension to power and the subsequent leadership in a country that emerged from a tumultuous civil war underscores the complex historical background and challenges faced by the nation's leadership. The mysterious nature of his past adds an intriguing layer to the country's political landscape and the leadership narrative. The country described has a notably high percentage of its population under the age of 18, making it one of the world's youngest populations. Several factors contribute to this demographic trend. Firstly, there are fears among the population about losing children due to various threats prevalent in the country. These threats might include the impact of conflicts, diseases, and other dangers that pose risks to the lives of children. In response to these fears, families might opt to have more children as a means of increasing the likelihood that at least some will survive and thrive despite the challenges. Additionally, there are concerns within the society about support during old age. In many cultures, having children is seen as a form of social security for the elderly. Children are expected to provide care and support to their parents as they age. In societies where formal social safety nets are inadequate or non-existent, having more children can be perceived as a means of ensuring future support and care for parents in their old age. These concerns and cultural norms surrounding childbearing and support in old age contribute to a higher birth rate. resulting in a larger proportion of the population being under 18 years old. This demographic composition significantly shapes the country's social dynamics, resources allocation, and future prospects, especially concerning education, healthcare, and economic development. In the country described, the challenging circumstances, including extreme poverty and food scarcity, compel the population to adopt unconventional survival strategies. One such strategy involves engaging in non-traditional livelihoods. Due to limited employment opportunities and a lack of access to regular sources of income, individuals turn to unconventional means of generating money. This might involve activities like selling stimulants in the streets as a way to earn money and combat hunger. Despite the risks associated with such activities, people resort to them out of necessity to meet their basic needs. Additionally, the absence of a reliable justice system contributes to a sense of insecurity within the country. People perceive a lack of protection or fairness within the formal legal framework. Consequently, they take their safety into their own hands by seeking alternative measures for protection. Some individuals opt to hire private security services as a means of safeguarding themselves and their families against potential threats or conflicts. Others rely on specific tribes or community networks for protection, leveraging social ties and alliances within their ethnic groups for safety and support. These unconventional survival tactics, driven by economic hardships and a lack of trust in formal institutions, showcase the resourcefulness and adaptability of the population in navigating a challenging and uncertain environment where traditional systems might not adequately meet their needs for safety and sustenance.